What's up, guys? Welcome to our first interview at the Future Blockchain Summit in collaboration with Expand Northstar. I'm Adel, the host. Today, we have Gerard Al-Fil, Regional Director at Finews. Gerard, how are you doing?
Thank you, Adel. Thank you so much for having me. Good morning to you, too.
Thank you so much. Please, give us a quick introduction about what you do and what brings you here to this conference today.
Yes, thank you. I'm the regional editor of Finews.com. It's a Swiss website now for 20 years on the market, and we launched this year Finews Middle East. We have offices in Zurich, in Dubai, and Singapore, so we try to cover the whole Silk Road, so to say, in relation to Web3, high-tech, AI, and all things in immersive technology, which makes the world great again.
So tell us a bit about your company. What makes your company stand out from other editor companies that produce news?
Exactly, thank you for this question, because we saw that there's a hunger for alternative news, which does not only cover the local news and says we are covering like the axis between Dubai and the Western world, but also the East. So the new Silk Road, Idai Ilu as the Chinese say, the Belt and Road Initiative, has been a bit neglected in the news. So we keep an eye on wealth management, financial news, stock markets, but also on Web3 and crypto news. We have a crypto corner now, recently launched. And we try to cover the whole Silk Road and focus on also interviews and focus on experts who have not been given a voice so far in the financial news sphere.
Interesting. So you're giving voice to the people who haven't been heard, the untold stories of individuals. Do you cover documentaries as well?
Exactly, yes, we do. And we do also publishing of studies. For example, our partner Avalok, it's a Swiss core banking solutions provider. They recently launched a new study about the crypto-friendliness in the UAE. Let me tell you a bit more about this, Adel. The studies has shown that the UAE is the most crypto-friendly nations. 39% of the UAE's population, which is now has hit 11 million people, which is great. 39% of the 11 million people are into crypto. That's much more than the 34% global average. However, there's still potential for more. There's still a lot of room for improvement. For example, 50% of the surveyed people, more than thousands worldwide, say we still have an issue with market volatility, but also we have more knowledge in relation to crypto, Web3, and digital assets. So there's still a lot of potential, and they would be ready to switch their provider to the traditional finance provider. But traditional finance providers like banks, asset managers, haven't been into crypto yet, unfortunately. So the traditional finance, TradFi, can still learn from the financial world, DeFi. And here there's still lots of potential, and that's also why we provide the news, like from the summit here, the Future Blockchain Summit hosted by Expand Northstar.
It's great to see this connection between the two worlds, DeFi and CeFi, because traditional banks were initially the first ones in the payment space. Then came crypto and decentralized. But my question now is, you being an editor, you must cover a lot of news stories. And are you a personal trader yourself?
Yes, I do trade. However, I mention, of course, if, for example, I discuss a company where I'm investing in. So these are ethical standards we have to adhere to. I'm into trading for more than 25 years. I started with stocks in Germany, where I'm from, then in Switzerland, then I moved to Dubai, also started trading Chinese and Hong Kong stocks. I have been into trading into the financial world and trading myself for quite a long time. I think you can mostly focus on editing and on reporting also if you're on the financial world yourself. For example, many sports reporters have been former athletes. And I think if you haven't been in the world yourself, you have tricky times to report also about the same.
Speaking of tricky times, as we are now embracing AI technology, do you ever see this as a threat to your job as an editor? Because it can write articles for you and actually match the tone of certain individuals. Do you see this as a threat to your job?
Not at all, Adel, and I tell you why. I'm a child of the 80s and 90s, when we had the first home computers at our homes when we were teenagers. People say, oh, the computers will take the jobs, and now Apple comes with an IBM and so on. No, they complement the work, they support the work, because someone had to program these computers, someone had to maintain, someone had to develop the computers further. And the same I see with AI. AI will, of course, take some work here and there away because it becomes redundant, but AI will also create new opportunities. For example, I have a private YouTube channel, and the descriptions of my YouTube, for example, my latest report about Singapore, I got from Grok from the X AI channel,
Right,
where I can
Grok.
get some information about Singapore. So it supports my work. I don't have to write this hours myself. So AI, yes, will make some work redundant, but as a retail editor, not at all. I see it as a great opportunity also for the financial world, as a supportive tool, and it reminds me there are a lot of reminiscences of the entering of the computers into the homes and companies.
Some actually theorize that what I mean by being a threat is more a threat to your salary, because they could be paying you a salary, but they could also paying an admin person a smaller salary to just use certain prompts that could match exactly your style and do the same work, same result, but for a cheaper price. That's the point.
That's a good point, but actually they can't. Personally, I have 20 years experience. I'm connected into Europe, Middle East, and East Asia. This is something what, for example, AI can't. Experience, empathy, and also multi-language skills. I speak 5 languages, and here I'm not worried at all about AI taking my job or reduce my salary. But an interesting study by Korn Ferry recently told that the ideal leaders in AI will be those who know how to use AI as agents, and who can promote their team and train their team members also that they use AI efficiently. And those salaries will even rise over long term. That's what Korn Ferry, the headhunting company, says.
So you still think you'll have your job in the next 3 years?
I think so, and I think I will have even more jobs, and we'll see you in 3 years again on interviews here at GITEX.
Hopefully.
Inshallah.
All right. Thanks so much for your time, Gerard. I appreciate it. And
Very much.
just before we finish, where can the people who are watching this find you?
Yes, we are on finews.com, F-I-News in one word.com. And there you have news in English, but also in German language. And we have different sections of Middle East, Crypto Corner, and also news from East Asia from our Singapore office.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for your time, Gerard.
Thank you very much indeed, Adel.
Right.
To the moon. Thank you.
And that's a wrap. Thank you so much. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you found this insightful. We'll leave all the links in the description so you can check out Gerard's profile. Thank you again. I'm Adel, the host, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.
Thank you.